What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is erinbies. I am a wife, a mom, a military veteran, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by their reps. If you're brand new, what's up? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to all of the members and just everybody in general that supports the growth of my channel. You guys sharing, commenting, helping with boosting the algorithm helps to get the message out to more people. Today's video, oh, by the way, social media, follow me, YouTube-y things. Okay. Today's going to be a long one. And I know that there are many of you that love some long videos. I don't know if this is going to be a part 1, part 2 kind of thing. We shall see. However, I am going to be, I don't think I've featured this person on my channel, which is kind of shocking because she's Jessie Lee's right-hand gal, allegedly. And not allegedly. Used to be. I don't know if she currently is, but anyways, her name's Courtney. And I'm going to react to an Instagram business training. This was sent to me. Not sure what it is. I have not watched it. Her video alone is 57 minutes, so this will probably be a 2-part thing. Yeah, because I'm going to have a whole lot to say. But anyways, let's get into the video, shall we? Drop your commentary below, grab a drink, grab a snack, hydrate, because Lord, we're probably going to need it. Okay, let's go.
Hello, 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 everybody. I forgot to put the title on this. That's okay. We'll get it on the replay. Hello, 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 beautiful people. Courtney Alexandra Shepherd coming into you live from, I think this might work out better actually. Live from North Texas, and I'm about to do a coaching call.
Elite Empire.
With Elite Empire. I'm so excited.
My name is Stephanie. For those of y'all I have not met yet, I see a lot of new faces on the Zoom, which makes me very happy. We are so happy y'all are here. If you are new within the first 60 days, I want you to go ahead and put new over in the chat so we can welcome you. I speak for everybody here when I say we are so happy that you are within the Elite Empire and the Empire here with us.
Wait. So it sounded like she was going to do, and maybe we're going to get to it, but it sounded like she was going to do a coaching Zoom call, something. But now it almost sounds like new promoter training. This is very odd. Why would you put this on Instagram? This is very odd.
And as always, we like to start our night out with a celebration. So celebrate yourself. It does not have to be business related. I got up, went to work, and came home and took Stanley Pup outside on my lunch break. So I'm celebrating that because he got to have some extra time outside. Look at that. We have Elaine is new. Courtney Whitney is new. Michelle is on. She's super happy to see Courtney. I'm so excited for that. Like I said, we're happy you're here. Tonight is going to be fire. I just want to go over a few reminders with y'all before we get started with our guest. You might see her on here. If you see her on here, shout it out. Make sure you have your pen and paper ready.
Oh, she's going to teach on the, I don't know if this is the Wednesday night training, or I think this might be a Wednesday night Empire training. And she's streaming it on Instagram because she's going to be speaking.
Paper, let me know you have it. Mine is right here. I want to remind you all, Empire U is going to be coming up.
Oh, yeah. Empire University.
Location, more info is coming. It's going to be in Vegas. So if you guys are excited for that, let me know.
Hi, Vegas local. We don't want you here. And when I say you, I mean people in MLMs in general. Okay.
Now, who is ready to go to Empire U? If you have not been yet,
Empire U,
I'm letting you know
Crowns
that
up.
it is absolutely amazing. So if you're excited for,
Did you guys know that thing that they do with their hand that represents a crown was actually taken from a sorority? I know some of you know that because we've talked about it on my channel here before. I was not aware of that when I was a part of this team, but I know now. Isn't that interesting?
That, let us know if you have been to an Empire U. Shout it out in the chat and let everyone know how amazing it is. I met some amazing people there that I have not met before.
You met me?
Over on. Anytime anyone is interested in anything, you're dropping them in Simple Proven Results, and we prove it. So when you put them in Simple Proven Results, you're automatically putting them over into We Prove It as well. You're not just blind dumping them either. You're having a conversation. Remember that. All new promoters will go into the Empire and the Elite Empire, and they don't go into those groups until they actually sign up to be a promoter with us and they join our family.
They join our family. I can't believe that I used to be a part of this quote unquote family. Oh, sounds like a cult. I can't believe that I used to do some of the stuff that I used to do. I can't believe it. Oh my God, I apologize to everyone.
That is our family groups. Our jump group is for anyone that qualifies for the jump. If y'all don't know what the jump is, because you're new, the jump is our program that we use to help people achieve a better lifestyle. It's a 14-day program where they drink their ketones, they learn more about a better lifestyle, and we have coaches to help them do that every single month.
Coaches that are not qualified to help with nutrition. Not qualified at all.
Power hour, every day, 2 times a day. That's our business school. You learn so much.
Oh my God, they're calling it business school. I forgot about that. I feel like I heard that a while back. I just forgot. A power hour, for those of you that don't know, is just a working Zoom where they walk you through specific things to do for your business. So it's like, hey, we're going to go into they have 3 groups. They have the Empire team group. They probably have more now because they've done giveaways and stuff. But they have We Prove It, they have Simple Proven Results, and they have the Empire team group where they probably are streaming this into. And We Prove It is for people that might be interested in the business. So the ad, tag, and message. And then you have Simple Proven Results, which is the customer group that I actually helped create. Isn't that interesting? And so they have these different challenges and stuff in it. It's very interesting.
And if you guys have learned something from a power hour, let us know in the chat, because I see Bobby on here. Bobby came.
I totally forgot what I was saying. So I'm going to double back. Thanks for bearing with me. So a power hour, some of the things that they might tell people to do is, have you done a ketone mix up in your stories? Have you the reboots are available or whatever? Have you gone into, or now we're all going to go into Simple Proven Results, and we're going to put comments on these posts because it's all organized by hashtags. We're going to go and we're going to boost everything that has to do with a reboot, and we're going to comment on it, and it boosts it up to the top of the group, the page, if you will. And then we're going to do, if you haven't done a ketone mix up, just do one real quick. It's totally cool. You can show the Zoom in the background. You know, you're on a team training. Make sure you tag who's speaking. Yeah, I mean, like, that's what a power hour is. It is do this, do this, do this, do this. And a lot of it is tagging who's running it. Very similar to what I have experienced on these types of Zooms that Courtney is on right now, where it's like, tag the person that's speaking, and oh God.
Came on and she's like, I can't believe I didn't know that. I learned on Power Hour. So it doesn't matter how long you've been here, you're going to learn something new
True that.
from the leaders.
Coaching on Power Hours is legit.
Something, and if I do, we'll get back to it later.
I cannot wait for Empire U.
But like I said, we have an amazing
I am so excited.
powerhouse leader on here tonight that is going to give us some fire tips and training. She is one of the original 8. She retired her husband shortly after.
The original 8. That's such an interesting change of number from the original, which literally was, there was 14. I've talked about this before. Hi. Part of the original 14 that came over from Modere, just in case you guys are new to my channel. And now all of a sudden the number's 8. Isn't that interesting? Oh, it's because we're not in Pruvit anymore, many of us. So she can't, make money off of us. Isn't that interesting how that works?
For starting this business, she has 3 of the cutest babies
Aw,
ever.
thank
I've had the pleasure of meeting them. They are absolutely adorable. She moved her family to their dream location of Texas. She was a Missouri girl like me before this.
Yeah.
She is Jessie Lee's BFF.
St.
She's got a heart
Louis,
of gold.
you can find
She's
me in
constantly
St.
showing up for the
Louis,
Empire and for
where they
all of
gonna
us in
play
the
the
Empire.
rains all day.
She's built most of the systems that we use daily. A multi-six.
Let me put it.
I'm sorry. Courtney built most of the systems that they're using. Did she build Betty the Bot? Oh, no, she didn't. Did she make simple proven results? Probably not. What about We Prove It? Probably not, because that was a group that put that together. That's so interesting that Courtney made most of the systems.
Earner, one of the top income earners in the Empire, guys. She is a personal development queen, always showing up for events. If you guys wonder why you show up for events, she is the epitome of why you need to show up.
Oh, I love you.
And I am so grateful
This true, though.
for all this human.
She's the epitome of why you show up, so that you can allegedly be built. People put under you, volume put under you. Is that why? Is that why you show up? Because I do remember when I was a part of this team, there were different rank chats. It was the same thing in Modair. If you guys were a part of this, comment below. You guys already know where I'm going. And there were rank chats, and the job of one of the many, I say job, but obviously nobody was getting paid for it. One of the things that the leaders were supposed to do was to go into the rank chats and to help people answer questions, that kind of thing. And so if it was somebody that joined under Jessie Lee would say, well, who has been helping you in your rank chat? And then she would move that person under that person. Yeah. So who was somebody that was in the chats all the time? This person right here, one of the many. And when you compare group volume and team volume, along with allegedly not really training her team, the math is quite interesting, isn't it?
And my friend, y'all, welcome Courtney Alexander Shepard.
Oh my goodness, I love you so much. Oh, I forgot. My mom is a promoter, you guys. And so I was trying to send her the link so she could get on here. She just signed up. I kind of like talked her into it. I'm like, look, bro. And normally I just don't do that with family. But, you know, it's been 5 years. And I'm like, you just got to give it a go. Like, why not just try and plug in a little bit harder? Although it was like...
Why, you say? Well, because according to the income disclosure statement, the median income of all promoters in 2020 is exactly $0. So why not give it a go? I'd say that's probably a very good reason as to why not to give it a go. But I'll go ahead and put the income disclosure statement in the video description because I've already gone through all of it over and over again. So you guys can check it out. But the median, the midline of all, I think it's like 36,000 distributors that joined in 2020 was exactly $0. Zero.
A little bit, I don't know what we're going to do in the future because she actually helps me with events. So, Epic is also coming up, and definitely Empire is a priority, but I am so excited for Epic, and I just want to say thank you guys so much. Thank you to Jamie for inviting me on here. And a story about events that I want to say, because I did ask specifically what you guys were looking for, and it's a really good, if you guys can at any point, like I get it, some of y'all are pooping, I get it. But if I could see your faces at any time during this, like I would just love if you could turn your cameras on at some point during this because I just love to see you and spend time with y'all.
That has nothing to do with it, Courtney. You and I both know that. The only reason that you guys want cameras on is so that you can make sure people are paying attention. And that's not very self-owned business of you, right? If you have to make sure that people have their cameras on so that they're plugged in, Pruvit does the same thing. Make sure that you're playing full out. Turn your cameras on so we know you're paying attention. Listen, this is not school. I am not in class. Very weird. Very weird. Although I will say at the time, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I want them to see my face. Now I just feel like it's just a way to make sure people are paying attention.
Thank you so much. I gotta like get the chat open too at the same time. I have my notes pulled up. I need a bigger screen. Anybody feel me on that? Like I need a bigger screen for my brain.
Or maybe just be prepared before it starts, and then you're not mixing up ketones and trying to manage all of this stuff after you've been announced as the speaker. Maybe just be prepared. I don't know, just a thought.
And all the things. But back to events. And Stephanie, I love you so much. I can't wait to squeeze you guys at future events like Epic, because Jamie refused. Can you guys even believe it? She refused. She said, I know what I know. Okay? Like she asked me she was coachable, like in the very beginning. She blew me away. This girl was like, you know what? What is everybody drinking? Just curious. You can tell me in the comments. I needed ketones for focus, clearly. It's my main benefit.
Or maybe just prepare before you start the Zoom. Maybe just have some notes, which I know she probably doesn't have in front of her. Maybe just prepare. I'm just going to say it that way ahead of time before all of this starts.
A little story time for your incredible, fearless, like biggest heart ever, but sometimes she kind of tries to hide it, but I think she's showing y'all a little bit more now. Superwoman, but won't take the credit for it. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Jamie Lynn is the best. I love her so much. Hey, what's going on? And she refused to go to events. She was like, absolutely not. I will not go. But in the beginning, she was like super coachable. She said, you know what? I drink.
They use the word coachable in a way that basically, in my opinion, means you're going to do what I tell you to do. If I tell you to get on the Zoom, you're going to get on the Zoom. If I tell you to, put 3 posts up a day, to go live once a day on multiple platforms, that means you're coachable if you do it. That's what they're talking about.
About 17 Dr. Peppers a day. If you know, that's Forrest Gump, but literally she would drink so many ounces of soda. That was her choice, like hard in the paint. And she's like, I'm going to quit soda. I'm going to go keto. You tell me what to do and I'm going to do it. I'm going to drink ketones. And she had the budget binder. She was a queen with making, when she put her mind to something, she was going to do it. And it was so powerful to watch her make those shifts in the beginning. And she refused to settle on anything that had to do with helping other people. She was like, no matter what you tell me or how you tell me to do it, I'm not going to do it because I want to help people in every way, shape, and form. And that kind of made her a little uncoachable for a little period of time. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Because like she had it in her mind on how she was going to do it, but finally, and I'm sure she tells you guys this all the time, she's very, very hard on herself. Okay, so we gotta like.
You know what's crazy about that statement? She just said she thought she could do it her own way, but aren't you, according to them, a business owner? Which means that if it were truly your business, you would do it the way that you wanted to. But I feel like this is a little bit of a Freudian slip. Like, oh, you're not going to do what I say you should do. Okay, then you're not coachable. So weird.
Give her some love, but because she's really, really hard on herself, which is probably why sometimes she's hard on y'all too, right? But she means it in all of the best ways because she made so many mistakes. And I will tell you, that woman had so many reasons to give up. But instead, she persevered, she pushed forward, and she closed her freaking daycare. When she told me, absolutely not. This is not a full-time thing. And she was looking like some kind of drug dealer slinging ketones out the minivan, telling me she was never going to buy. I'm never going to get a free car. Can I get a minivan for a free car? Like literally, like refused. I'm never going to get rid of my budget binder. And I tell you all of this because it isn't easy to be consistent. It isn't easy to keep going when it gets tough. It isn't easy to show up when you feel like you're an outsider. You feel like nobody understands you. You feel so misunderstood. But I promise you, Jamie has been through that.
Why do they all sound just like Jessie Lee? They all sound exactly like Jessie Lee. So for those of you that don't know, this is somebody that I've spent time with at multiple events and like a lot of time with. And she's talking completely different. I guess you could say the same about me. I have a very calm demeanor. And when I was in an MLM, I was replicating and I'm due to film a YouTube video reacting to my old content so you guys can see exactly what I'm saying, because obviously I haven't deleted any of it. I want to use it as a teaching warning type thing. But she never used to talk like this. It's kind of weirding me out a little bit.
And she kept showing up. And so the woman that you see today leading the Elite Empire is not the woman who came into this business 4 years ago. I mean, really, she came in 5 years ago. She came in with me from the beginning, no matter what she says, right? Like, she still was there in the beginning, even though she didn't know it, like, she knew it. And so, like, we all go through that. We all start at zero. We all start with no belief. We all start there. No matter how you see her now, she started with the same mindset, the same mentality. She just had a different story. And so each and every single one of you that may look at Jamie and think that, you don't think that she is, but sometimes you think that, but do you resonate with this? Maybe it's Jessie Lee. Maybe Jessie Lee is the person that feels a little untouchable for you. Like, I can't message her, but I'm telling you, we all started there. We were all humans at one point who, in some way, shape, or form, were uncoachable in our life. And we just had to choose, had to make a decision. And today, or any day for that matter, can be the day you make the decision.
What? What did she just say? Okay, so, ma'am. So if you were uncoachable humans before, what are you now? Little duplications of Jessie Lee? I wish she could like pause for a second and remove the MLM. I don't want to say brainwashing because it's very extreme, but remove like the filter and listen to what she just said.
The decision that I am a disciplined human. The decision that I am going to show up in my pruvit business to help other people the same way I want to be helped. Right? You ever heard that saying? Come on, y'all. You can type it in the chat, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Teach others the way you want to be treated, or do, there's a few other ways to say.
Do unto others? Is that what you're referring to? I don't think that really applies here, considering the pruvit income disclosure statement. I really don't think that applies here. Also, could that be, you guys let me know what you think. Could that be considered a little bit of spiritual manipulation if that's what she was meaning by that? I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Also, how are y'all? Are you guys good?
Do you guys relate to that? I wish I could see the chat and your faces at the same time. How do I do this? And my notes? Oh, sheesh. Okay, I got too much going on here. Okay, way better so I can see. Because, like, your faces aren't telling me very much. What's up, Nicole? Oh, my gosh, you guys are so beautiful. I love seeing you. Hey, Kelly and Lisa. Oh, my gosh. Yes. And Jackie and Kim and Bobby. Okay, you guys are, like, starting to smile. Like, say my name. Say my name. Like, Destiny's Child. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, Michelle's dancing with me. Oh, what? Okay. I just love seeing y'all on here. And Whitney, and now I gotta go over here. It's Tamra. Oh gosh, are you chewing gum? What are you eating over there? Carol, Dorothy, Kim and John, and Cindy. Okay. And Ashley, that's who I was, Ashley and Greta. All right, Elaine. So good to see you guys. So you have to just make the decision of showing up as exactly the person that you want to become. It isn't about faking it until you make it. It's about a decision, y'all. It's just a decision. You can only compare yourself to you. Stop looking at Jamie. Stop looking at Stephanie. Stop looking at Kelly. Stop looking at Jackie or Nicole. Unless
You know what's weird about that statement? She's basically saying not to compete with other people, not to compare yourself to other people, but their entire system is based on duplication. Do as I do as I say, and if you're not, that's why you're not successful. It's so weird to me when MLMers say, "Oh, well, don't compare yourself to other people." You know, they're in chapter, 20 or on chapter 1. What that basically means to me is, oh, these people they got in early. So they have a large team. You're getting in just like her mom. She's like, "It's been 5 years, mom. Like, give it a go. What do you have to lose?" kind of thing. Well, a lot, because they're already behind because of saturation, which we see, which I've experienced. So weird when they say that. Don't compare yourself to others, but their whole system, all of their systems are based off of duplicating what other people are doing, which is the complete opposite of what marketing is supposed to be. Marketing is designed for you to stand out from your competition. MLMers use the same kind of marketing. That's how we're able, as anti-MLM content creators or just people that consume that type of content, that's how we can figure out what company they're a part of, because they all use the same, similar language. They all use the same kind of posts or calls to action, or, I mean, even down to, like, this is going to sound crazy to some of you, but the type of hats they wear. You know what I mean? Like, don't compare yourself to others, but, do everything that they're doing.
unless I'm talking about you, right? I said your name. You need to look at yourself. And all that it takes is that you find one thing in your day to be 1% better at than you were yesterday.
And how do you measure that? It's just like my previous video where they talked about, increasing the joy and the light. How do you measure that? If we're talking about a business, there should be specific business analytics that show that growth. So how do you, as a person in a multi-level marketing company, get 1% better every day? You can't measure that. There's no analytical data where, okay, you know what? You're 1% better than you were yesterday, Erin. Way to go. What? That doesn't even make any sense. That, for those of you that don't know, is a cliche, I don't know what I want to call it. It's basically a phrase that Pruvit uses that she's repeating. Oh, wow.
That's it. At any given point, if you follow that rule of thumb, which is also the mission of Pruvit, is to become 1%. Our mission in Pruvit is to help others become 1% better. We strive for 1% better excellence. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all know, like, if you don't know, now you know, go read it. I don't remember. I should probably, like, be able to recite it, okay? I know, but it is that easy, Tamara. Because at any given point, it's not easy. I shouldn't say it. It's hard. I already said it was hard. It is simple. It is just simple.
Which is it? Easy, hard, simple? Which adjective are we going to use? Especially when we know what we know about the income disclosure statement.
It's not easy. It is simple. Because at any given point in our day, we can choose to turn around our mindset based on the viewpoint that we have on the situation. It's never a bad day. That's why I tell my kids, you think I could gosh, I have to go somewhere, right? Like, I got to stay positive with a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 1-year-old. 4-year-old and the 1-year-old are home all the time, and a whole ass husband, y'all, who is 36, is a 36-year-old man. He is very needy, okay? And he has his own emotions and things like that. We all have our own emotions. And so the only persons that I can manage are my own. I cannot, and then I can help teach them the way that I manage my emotions, right? And I don't know if you guys can relate to this. Please tell me I am not alone. Please tell me I'm not alone. I was not taught as a child, and my mom is incredible. I just told you guys at the beginning of this, she's joined. Like, we have a great relationship nowadays, and we have boundaries and all of the things, healthy, right? But I was not taught how to regulate my emotions because she was never taught how to regulate her emotions. And I'm like, okay, I got to break this cycle because this is not going good. So now I try to teach my children how to do the same thing. And it is just about It's never a bad day. We have bad moments or we have tough moments, and we can still find a way to be 1% better at something, even if it is just a little bit of self-care, even if it is just slowing down and giving ourselves grace. 1% better.
It's so weird hearing all of this because Jessie Lee says or has said in the past, you take your foot off the gas and your business slows down. But here you have one of her top leaders talking about slowing down and doing self-care. You see what I'm saying? It's so weird.
And now, with that being said, because I just think some of y'all are really, really harsh on yourself, okay? But you don't get consistency if you quit. You don't learn how to get better and show up when it's tough if you quit. Jamie Lynn, I told y'all, the games, the events, she never wanted to go. She was uncoachable. Something shifted inside of her. She made a decision. I'm going to go meet Jessie Lee.
You know what you get when you leave Pruvit? You get peace. Oh, interesting that I'm wearing one of my pieces of merch. It's the piece for me. Yeah, right? You get true time freedom. You get to remember who you are. I was having a conversation with my coach and trainer today, and I was driving home from the gym today, and this might freak some of you out if you haven't been following me on social media for some time, especially on Facebook when I was real active on Facebook. There was a time where I had eyelash extensions. I did a full face beat, which is great. I love that, but I don't want to do that every day with no makeup on right now. But anyways, I had stiletto nails and I was trying to replicate success because you're taught duplication. You're taught to show up as if you're a six-figure earner, as if you are the top rank in the company. You're taught these things. And, I remember when I was in high school and before then, I was never somebody that cared about that stuff. I was, all through high school, some of you that watch this, you know me from high school and middle school. And I was always in Nike shorts and a t-shirt because all I cared about was basketball. And as I was in the car driving home from the gym today, I was thinking to myself, God, this is like, and trigger warning, I'm going to mention abusive relationships, that kind of thing. Similar to an abusive relationship, it starts off slowly. And then you ask yourself, how did I get here? How did this become this? How did this happen? And I had a moment similar to that in the car today on the way home from the gym. And I was like, I feel like myself again. And many of you have commented about that. And I think that in MLM, slowly you lose who you are because you're trying to duplicate success. And that's what's taught in most cases. And I think that's really sad because you're becoming less and less of your authentic self and more of what you think success looks like. And you can't really define what success looks like because that's going to be different for everybody. Just an interesting moment that I wanted to share with you guys. Very cool. I don't know.
Said no to events, no to this. I'm never going to shut my business. I'm never going to do this. Never, 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 never. And then all of a sudden, a decision changed everything for her. I'm going to go meet Jessie Lee because other people forced her to get in a car, essentially. They were like, you're going with me. Has anybody else done that on here?
Also, I would love to know, aside from mindset, aside from energy, what meeting Jessie Lee did for her business specifically. Did she get more customers because of it? Probably not. Did she recruit more people? Probably not. It was probably just a dopamine hit. So weird example.
To you guys, can you say, is Stephanie telling y'all, you're going with me to Epic, you're going with me to Epic's, literally, besides Empire U, okay? For Pruvit, Epic is my favorite event. You just get a bigger vision because you start to see people that you have conversations with. just like Jamie got to do. She got to have conversation with Jessie Lee, and she was like, oh my gosh, Jessie Lee's a real human. She started to see how all of these things, oh, I covered up my clock. Good grief, I don't even know how long I've been on here. Hopefully you guys are loving the value. You never fail if you don't quit. Create consistency.
What value? This is supposed to be a business training. All we've heard is mindset and stories, like inspirational stories, which definitely does track with pruvit events, in my opinion. Pruvit events are typically, and for those of you that have attended one, feel free to comment below what your experience has been like at a pruvit event. It's a lot of inspirational stories. It's a lot of the same people talking and saying, oh, well, if I can do it, you can do it, that kind of thing. But these are people that came to pruvit from other companies with Brian Underwood, the CEO, from previous, in my opinion, scams. So the whole thing is smoke and mirrors, the entire thing. But people pay to go to the event. People pay to get there. They pay for the hotel. They pay for food. They're encouraged to drink more ketones and to drink water. And, you know, some of you, this might trigger you if you were a part of pruvit. Well, when is the day going to end? When the outcome is met. Again, how do we measure that? Oh, you don't. You can't. Oh, God.
Yes. Made us take an Uber. I missed part of it, so I miss where you're discouraged. I'm so sorry, Ashley. I don't know where you're discouraged, but oh, they're off the chain tonight. I don't know if that's what it is, but I'm sending you love your way because I know that. I get it. Give yourself grace. Sometimes they have to be recorded, right? And sometimes we have to finish it on the replay because our family does have to be a priority. And as a mom of 3 and a full-time wife and husband with a full, husband, I'm not a husband. Y'all know what I'm saying. It just takes patience. And something, okay, so that's where you're discouraged. I have some exciting news for you. Holding, I'm sure you see them in people's stories. You're like, oh, what is happening over here? We have the jump, right? We have a program to drive to, and we have SPR as our way, our resource kind of funnel. But like, it's kind of weird sometimes, like you're getting discouraged. That's okay. I'm going to go through some things. I'm going to go through these things that you guys are looking for. And I'm going to point out all of the steps that are coming your way in the future to help you with all of the things that you guys dropped in the chat, okay? Just slow down, stay consistent, keep plugging in, being coachable, right? And all of these other things will come into play.
I don't think that's how that works, Courtney. I don't think that slowing down, getting plugged in, being a part of all of the programs, which I don't know how these people on this team are even accomplishing anything. I mean, we know from the income disclosure statement, I know from my own personal experience on this team, in this company. But when you really think about how overwhelmed people must feel with all of the programs and things that they're rolling out and the chaos. It wasn't like this when I first started in pruvit. We had 3 groups. We'd mix up ketones. Now they have all this extra stuff. And I can't imagine being a new person joining this and going, well, where do I even start? There's so much. Because people that are overwhelmed typically are going to do nothing. So keep it up.
I was like, I had a thought. I didn't finish my thought around Epic because I saw your comment. This is why they say, like, okay, I'm not going to go on that tangent. With Epic, it changes everything because you get to see a bigger vision of where things are going. And you start to see when you can get yourself to the event, the discouragement around people not signing up goes away. Because instead of you just joining pruvit and joining the empire and pruvit get inside of you.
Oh, that doesn't sound culty at all. The discouragement of people not joining you goes away because the empire and pruvit get in you. Ew. No, thank you.
You start to actually feel and understand where we're going together You get the vision. If you can't see it now, you do when you get to the event. And it's not always about what am I going to learn at the event? What's the event about? It's about the conversations that you get to have, like Kelly, whenever you get to meet Nicole in.
Oh, okay. So the pruvit events are not about learning how to move your business forward. It's about the conversations that you're going to have. Because that helps move your business forward. Because you catch the vision. Yikes.
Person. Like, oh my gosh, and Courtney, like meeting Stephanie and getting to hug Jamie and having a conversation with Jessie Lee for the first time and just getting to hug each other in real life, Kim. Seriously. Like Lisa already said, she said, I cannot wait to meet you. I think you said epic, right? Okay, yeah, epic. I was like, wait, now I got both events on my heart. Because I got my ticket to that. She's like, I can't wait to see you. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, and so what is coming in the future for the Empire, like Boss Camp, for those of you who maybe have seen some things going around, it is going to help simplify all of the steps that make it feel like SPR is right and face.
Isn't that what Betty the Bot was supposed to do? Now you're going to create a boss. I don't know how old this video is. A boss camp.
Facebook and all of this, it's gonna simplify everything. It's gonna break it down for you, and it's gonna give you the steps just like our 90-day run does. And so where I want you to start, yeah, Jamie knows, right? We're working out the kinks. It's very limited. So as soon as you see that link come out, sign up, don't hesitate. As soon as the opportunity for that link happens for you, do not hesitate, you guys. Take the time, like go, be like, I gotta go poop, and go sit in silence and fill that thing out. Because the faster you get on the wait list, the faster you get into the group that gets in next, because it's limited space. You can only coach so many people at one time. And this system is going to be a game changer for you and your business.
I feel like she has used every single MLM buzzword in this description of this boss camp.
It's going to help calm things down around you. It's going to help quiet the noise. And I really want you to start in this place. I actually gave this to Whitney earlier. And I really want you to write this down. I want you to ask yourself, what are the things that I really love to talk about? Like, I could talk about for 45 plus minutes at a time and not even give you a word in edgewise. I think that's a Midwest thing to say. I feel like that's a Missouri thing, right, Stephanie? That's like totally a Missouri thing. Not give you a word in edgewise. I don't know. Anyway, some of y'all maybe it's not just a Midwest thing, but like 45 minutes, I will go on and on. You need to write that down. You need to time yourself, and you need to write it down. I don't know, Jamie. I don't know. Ask. I don't know. I don't want to break rules. I don't think so. Nope, I don't think so. I'm not really sure. I'm sweating. Oh God, don't ask me that. Okay, she private messaged me. Whew, okay. All right. So what are the things that you can talk about for 45 minutes? And then I want you to ask yourself, thank you, Whitney. Maybe you could drop the other ones too, because it was really, really good the way I said it to you earlier. And then I want you to ask yourself, what are some skills, right, that you have had to learn and obstacles that you've kind of transformed in life, right? Actually, wait, there's one before that. I lied. You have to ask yourself, what are the things that I am most proud of? Okay, thank you, Jamie. What are the things that I am most proud of? It doesn't have to be big things. I don't know about you moms, but my brain immediately kind of goes to those babies, right? But I'm like really proud of my patience. Really, really proud of that. I am the most.
Is anybody else confused? Because I thought this was supposed to be a business training. A coaching, I don't know what it's titled. A coaching something or other. I've seen zero business training. what is even the point of this? For people to screenshot it and tag her in their stories so that she gets more followers? Wow.
I am also like the most optimistic person I know. So if you're feeling some type of way about my positive energy here, I am literally the most optimistic person I know. Okay, and I don't know. I get discouraged about claiming certain things in my life. Thanks, Stephanie. I get discouraged when I try to like claim ownership over things. You guys ever like, who am I? What do I do? I claim to be the most optimistic person I know. I made that decision like 6 years ago. That's what I'm going to become. So like I said in the beginning, consistently become who you want to become, not what anyone else tells you to be. So what are you most proud of? My kids are obvious ones to me, but you know what else I did? I also had 3 completely natural births. And on and on and on and on and on. And the more that you write about this, the more that it's going to become obvious of the things you really love to talk about. And what's also really, really cool is that your brand, and when we talk about that, you can revisit it once a month. Do this once a month. Every single month. Because guess what, you guys? That's the beginning of boss camp. It's just figuring out who you are. It's actually scheduling in the time. And so you asked about consistency. I asked Jamie Lynn, I said, what do they want to know? Like, what do you guys want to be trained on? She's like, I really love when you give your mindset tips and you help build belief in the business and you help build belief in other people. And I also love the way that you give advice on mindset to keep, and helping them, right? She wanted to figure out, like, she gave me pointers on, not pointers, but she was like, here's ways that you can help them, right? And it was advice on mindset to keep posting when you feel like nothing is working.
Notice she didn't mention how to sell more ketones or how to recruit, because those are the only 2 ways that you make money in multi-level marketing. She said everything except that: mindset, inspirational stories, how to keep showing up even when you don't want to, you don't feel like it. None of that has to do with making money. So yeah, that tracks.
Not giving up when it's tough. Stay out of your own way. Branding. Most of the elite empire are being keto in some form, right? Because of course, that's what you see. You don't have to be keto. Guess what? Just because you can't talk about 45 minutes doesn't mean it's the only thing you can talk about for 45 minutes. That does not have to be the value that you lead with, if you don't want it to be. There are plenty of things that y'all consume. What I would love for you guys to think about it and drop in the chat. What are some things that you like to consume on TikTok or in the form of content that you most love to consume content? I don't know if it's live video. I don't know if it's reels. I don't know if it's TikToks. I don't know if it's stories on Facebook or on Instagram. I don't know if it's, again, live video. I think I said that, or reading captions. What is it for you? Is it podcast? But the favorite one for you, what's your favorite type of content to consume? Stuff that makes you laugh? Is it mom stuff? Is it organization stuff? You get sucked into the food? Because if that's you, like, I get it, right? Like, the way that they make these food videos, I get sucked in. They're like, and then the videos that are like this, they're like, first scene, second scene, third scene. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, ASMR. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. I get sucked into those. You guys consume different content, right? And you follow people because of the specific value that they give, but it's not the reason you stay. It's the same thing with this business. You show up in this business for one thing, but you stay because there's a lot more going on here, y'all. It's a smorgasbord. It's a 7-course meal, and we just keep adding courses. I don't know. Like, we probably also started with dessert, I feel like. Okay? This is great. This right here is going to help you take a photo of the chat, take some screenshots if you're on your phone, whatever you need to do. There's ideas there on ways that if one of those things is like, oh my gosh, I could tell other people how to do this, how to even provide value around this, I know how to provide value. Baby videos, well, I mean, if you like watching baby, do you have a baby that you could use for this? I do like watching baby videos. They make me so happy. But plenty of people will stitch cute little videos. They suck people in with things. They do all kinds of stuff. So what are the things that are pulling you in? And if you don't feel like you can create that way, then maybe start looking for people that do mimic things that you can create.
What's happening? You guys, she's trying to teach people branding. Branding is very simple. It is extremely simple. For example, the content I put out is anti-MLM content. I also talk about working out. And every so often, I put out some funny Gen X stuff periodically. It's not that hard. But see, here's the thing. When you're in an MLM, it is hard because you're trying to connect things that have nothing to do with one another. That's why so many of these people in this company talk about keto and the keto diet. That's why so many keto kitchens happened, especially in 2018 when we first started doing keto kitchens, is because they're trying to rope people in that are on the keto diet. But what's interesting is that that's a very polarized community, the keto community. They are either very pro ketones or they are absolutely against it. And so when you are in an MLM and for example, you're not keto, the thing that's hard is how do I bring people in without it feeling like a bait and switch? You can't. Because if like the example that she's talking about, okay, so if you're doing baby videos and all of a sudden your next one is going to be a ketone video, they're going to be like, what? That doesn't make any sense. So you're just trying to rope me in through baby videos or whatever. It's a bait and switch. And that's one thing that I felt like was so difficult, was bridging that gap, because no matter how you slice it or dice it, it's a bait and switch, and people don't like that.
Don't follow all of the people that make complicated content that you don't get inspired by. Unfollow those people. And then think about all of these different things. That is your brand. And every single week you should absolutely have a specific target to talk about in your business. A specific topic to talk about business-wise. There's plenty of scripts and boards. Y'all already know. Just pick a business script or pick a business topic to post about. Why are you in the empire? That's the other question you have to answer. Why are you in the empire? And then I didn't finish the third one. I apologize. So the first one is, what can you talk about for 45 minutes at a time? Make a list of those things. The second one is, what are you most proud of? List all of the things. There's so many different categories that could go there, guys. Things that you've done in the past, things that you're going to do in the future, things that you are inspiring other people through, ways that you coach and guide, and value that you give, and things that you've done, achievements, like tasks, and characteristics. Like it doesn't matter. Make that list. Ways that you can teach, coach, and guide other people 45 minutes on a topic. And then what are some skills that you learned while getting good at those things that you're really proud of? Some skills that you've had to learn, and some challenges that you faced, some things that you've overcome. And it's going, like I said, it's going to become really, really clear on what you want to talk about right now. And if you ever get uninspired by the things that you're posting,
it's going to become really clear. Clear as mud. Clear as mud. I can't imagine how these poor people on this training are feeling. Okay, so you want me to talk about what I'm proud of. You want me to find something I can talk about for 45 minutes. Okay. Branding. I cannot imagine how confused these poor individuals are. And by the way, if you're in Pruvit, if you're in the Empire, I really hope that you get out soon. And if you are having that feeling like this doesn't feel right, listen to it. Just my opinion. I mean, do what you want, but whoo, yikes.
Revisit this list. And again, Boss Camp is going to give you way more than that. I just want to give you a starting point so you guys can start writing this stuff down and figuring out what you find joy around talking about. Because even when you do keto kitchens, you can be talking about other stuff. You can be guiding people to your resource, but you also have so much more to give to them. And you have plenty of other resources that you can add to your link trees, right? Because everybody, if you're brand new, you might not know what a link tree is or a milkshake. I know this team gets coached on that and exactly how to do all those things. You will create resources inside of there too that can tie back to this topic, okay? And so I want you to know that you are not alone. This is gonna help you again with the branding. It's gonna help you with all of the things that I gave you. They all tie into each other. She asked about branding. Most of you are keto, so it's really, really simple. You guys get a lot of coaching around branding. But those questions that you're asking yourself, skills that you do really well, ways that you've kind of overcome certain things, how have you worked through those challenges? How can you help guide other people through those things? When you start writing these things out, it becomes a lot more obvious and you create content a lot faster. And it feels very, very overwhelming, but you need to break down the big picture of what you're trying to accomplish that is getting customers, which is what she said you're asking for, and time management and batching content and not using pruvit graphics, because you're not pruvit. You are Kim, you are Kelly, you are Jackie, and you are so much more than that. You are baby videos and puppy videos and DIY, and you are and you are a teenage mom, and you are a variety.
Okay. We're actually going to stop this here because this has been long enough, and I'm actually going to do a part 2 that will drop in the next day or so. Yeah. This was a wild ride. A wild, chaotic, word salad type ride. Yeah. And if you would do all the YouTube-y things, I would appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. I can only imagine as I'm filming this, the kind of comments that you guys are going to drop. Don't join an MLM, friends. Don't do that. Okay. All right. I'll see you back here for part 2. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. See you on the next one. Bye, everybody.